this is Sunny Singh from UE Developer, and today I'll be doing a screencast on CSS Sprites. You probably heard of them before. It's pretty much it's just taking smaller images or any type of images really, and putting them into one bigger one using any graphic software, and then using CSS with a technique called background dash position. It's um it's a CSS property, and what it does is pretty much it takes just one piece of the image and pretty much it just slides it over, so that's the only image that you see inside the bigger one. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of confusing, so let me show you exactly how it's done. Okay, not that. So let me show you how what we're going to be creating. So this is it. You can see, hover over the nav items, navigation, hover over it, and the text changes. Pretty much it's an image nav. Might be thinking first, I'm probably using JavaScript, swapping the image. But no, this is all from one image, and it's using CSS Spriting. And this is the image right here. So when you hover over the home item right here, sorry, its image slides up, and on the only part you see, this blue part right here. So that's pretty much what it does. So here I have a blank document right here with the basic HTML for it right here. And so let's get started. It's a basic HTML layout here, so not much is going on right now. Let's start. I have an unordered list, and that's how all navigations should be really, with an ID of nav. So let's style that. Let's give it some margin so it's more centered. And let's remove the bullets. So list dash style none. Can't talk today. Okay, and then nav and then the list item. Let's float them over to the left. This will create a horizontal navigation. And now the anchor tag. This is the A tag right here. That's what we're targeting right now. Let's set it to display block and margin 0. And really, for CSS Sprites, you can do it on anything, on a div or on a paragraph tag. You can use this for icons, and that's a really good way, but most common, it's used for navigations. And really, you can use any coding technique, but the most important part is background. So all of the nav items will have a similar height, so set that here. I believe it's 80 pixels. And now set the background for all of the anchor tags. nav.png, that's our file. And to remove this text right here, since it's in the image, so do text-indent negative 6000 em. So the negative text indent, pretty much all it does is it moves the text out of the way, and this is good for search engines, and they can still see the text. But for users, they will only see the image. They will not see the text itself. Okay, so let's save that. Let me show you how it is so far. Yeah, so it's nothing. The text is moved out of the way. And now, what I did here is I added a unique class name for each list item, the li. So we'll have home, about, and contact. You can also do IDs, but I like to use a class name. So nav, home, anchor tag. So the width, how to get the width, you just crop it out. So you use the cropping tool on whatever you're using. I'm using Photoshop CS3. And just crop that part out, get the width, the height, etc. So the width of that is 189 pixels. Save that up, and you get the first part. Now here, when I click on it, you see that red dash border there. You can remove that by, on the anchor tag, setting outline none. Save that up. Now when you click on it, see there's nothing there. So the first part, you don't have to do any CSS spriting really, because you set a width and a height, so it only shows the top left part. Now for the hover, then do a comma and do a focus, because we remove, you know how we clicked on it, see that red border? As for usability, and when people say use the tab key on their keyboard, they will not see anything. They don't know what link they're on. So do the same thing as hover, except you focus. And here's where we have the background dash position. It's a CSS property, and you can look it up on Google, Yahoo, whatever. And the first part is it moves the image to left or right. But no, we have to move it top or bottom. So the first part will be 0. The next part, I have to move the image up, so you see this blue part right here. So the way you get that is you crop out the top, get the canvas size, so get the height of that. See, it's 88 pixels. So we'll crop this part out so we know where this actually is. So we know it's 88 pixels from the top. Okay, so negative 88 pixels. Save that up. And okay, that was not exact actually. It's actually 89, so I didn't crop it out perfectly. So when you hover over it, it should be perfect. Okay, there you go. And for the next ones, let's do a couple more. So about the width is, I already cropped out the width from before, so I'm just looking at the file already that's finished. 189 pixels, just like the last one. Except this time, we don't want the home part to show, we want the contact part, well, about part to show. So 0 again. Actually, no, that's the part we're going to move. We're going to move it to the left. So you see the width on the last one is 189 pixels. That's what we would get if we would crop out the left part. So take out the width of the last nav item. And then it's going to be at the top, so 0. Alright, there you go. Now we have to add a hover effect on that. A hover and a focus. And it's going to be the same thing, so 189 pixels where it was, except we want it to move to the top, so negative 89 pixels. So pretty much how you'd get that is you crop out the top, crop out the left part, find out the width and height of that, and then you get 189 and 89. See, perfect. Let's do the last one here. Dot contact a. Alright, so I'm not going to waste your time here. Width is 222. Background dash position. Negative 378. And 0. And how I'd get that, obviously, about the left part over here, and then find out the width of this. Okay, let's do a hover effect right away, because I know what it's going to look like, so when you get really used to this, you know exactly what you're doing. Now this does require a bit of mathematic calculations, you know, minusing and stuff like that. But I mean, it's worth it. It makes your site load a lot faster. Instead of loading, say, 6 images, it would be loading only 1. So imagine 6 images, 1, can obviously do the math there. So negative 378 pixels and negative 89 pixels. Alright, let's see how it. Perfect. Alright, so again, you can use this for anything. You can use this for navigation, as I showed here. You can get the code for this if you missed it, or you don't want to, you just want to copy and paste. You can just go to dev.mynv.com and go to screencasts, and it should be there. Okay, you can use this for, you know, icons. You can use this for anything really. Just setting a background, that's step 1, and background dash position, and that's where what part of the image you want. So this is moves the image to the left, moves the image to the top. If you want to do the opposite, remove the negative, but usually for CSS Sprite, just make this value a lot smaller. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. Alright, so check out our screencasts at dev.mynv.com. Thank you for watching.